So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Hoyland. Sylvestre.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Shot could be on. Fallen! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Forlan is offering a wry smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That has been knocked clear. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Sylvestre. Olise. Olise stood his ground strongly and smartly reclaimed. Ahmad and Mateus. Cafu. Looking for options for movement. Cafu. Rashford. It's Inzaghi! Goal!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So, a breakthrough already. Olise. Sylvestre. Rashford going face-to-face with his great rival. He is through here! And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Backward it goes. Mateus! And it's Rashford.
Toon definitely like they're pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
That'll be a throw-in. Pass is coming off. Big chance! Tries to play it through. Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Nicked it back promptly. Gerrard. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Sylvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And this is Forlan. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Olise. It's Lewandowski! And a neat finish! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Toon are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net! And they get themselves in front! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And now he has two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
quality ball.
Spread out to the left. Marlon has the space to scheme. Here's found. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It is Kunde. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's in a great position here. Knocks it into space. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort. Can he finish? Well, now in he goes again. Well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And the finish!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Marlon. And now the breakaway.
And it's Forlan. Has been indicated.
Now it's Gerrard. He's found a way through. Gerrard. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Indonesia are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Oh, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. Gets us going once more. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sanchez breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Olise couldn't squeeze it through. Akanji. That's good play. And he shoots! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's off target and by quite a way.
Ahmad clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Kunde, Olise, who's set up 1 goal so far. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Forlan. Oh, played right into his path. Forlan. Oh, good take in a good area. Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shot, surely! And it's in! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked.
Hoyland! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the count.
He's having a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's Rashford! Gerrard. He's had it taken off him. Great vision. Oh, that was vital. Van de Ven. That's Gerrard. Now it's Marlon. So what can they make of this? That has not gone well.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Mateus. Silvestre. Silvestre cuts it out. Filippo Inzaghi being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
That's the keeper's ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Marlon. Marlon will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's gone out for a throw-in. Akanji. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Ahmad. Forlan, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Gerrard. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Filippo Inzaghi. Threads one in. Van de Ven cuts out the pass. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And this is Forlan. Ball swung and a header! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Toon really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Inzaghi. Inzaghi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. This has gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Gerrard. Coming on to replace him is number 4, Kukcu. There will be 1 minute added time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Hello,
Filippo Inzaghi voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Indonesia clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness. They'd identified that and never really let go.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Rashford. Tries to pass it through. He won't be happy with that one. Silvestre, nicely weighted ball. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nicely spread. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Now it's Griezmann. He's a sharp little ball here. Here it is. Tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Griezmann with the cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Batistuta gets flagged offside. Bergkamp, it's Bergkamp! Oh my word, Dennis Bergkamp! That is a gem, an absolute gem! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
But pour l'équipe du Paris Saint-Germain.
It was the crispest of hits, he just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Indonesia finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Inzaghi. Good take, and is he in? Højlund! Fantastic from Højlund! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few...
Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Paris Saint-Germain leading now. Mateus. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Deco. Well, that pass isn't the best. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now this could be a chance. Just the keeper and the shots! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's Rashford! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rashford really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rashford! Rashford! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Foot in, looking for the run. Quality ball. Chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. And it's in! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
That's a decent... Bullish header! And that's a good finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
And it's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rashford. And this is Raul. It's their second corner of the game. Can he finish? Inzaghi. Now it's Lee Kang-in. No, that's been intercepted. Mateus, played out towards the right wing. He has found the way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. This possibly the last play of the half. Zanetti. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Le propriétaire du monospace bleu qui gêne la sortie des bus est prié de déplacer immédiatement son véhicule avant que la fourrière ne l'emporte. Changement en cours.
We're on the move again.
Well, Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's picked it up out wide. Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Rashford. It's gone out for a throw-in. Silvestre. Has to go back here. Chance! Now it's Batistuta. Cafu. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Deco did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rashford might just make this. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's a fine interception. Indonesia get their fourth corner. And he's there to clear it.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Zanetti defending his corner stubbornly, stood up there. And Batistuta! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Disappearing out of sight. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So now the difference is 3. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack.
And he shoots! Well taken goal. And they are right back within touch. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 20.
So the manager could make a change for the first time in the game here. So they'd be onto something here.
Le numéro 10. Griezmann. À leur place, le numéro 11. Le numéro 21. Villa.
That is a little undercooked.
Chiellini. Le numéro
looking
23.
wide.
Xabi Alonso.
It's quick to return it.
Le numéro 15. Messi.
Dani Olmo. Oh, easy pickings there. Roll! Well, now it's a race for the ball. They're up to 5 corners now. That has not gone well. Xavi Alonso. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. David Villa is wide and looking to get onto this. Cafu.
There's a real
Indonesia have a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Now it's Villa. And that pass just didn't quite work. Pressing. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, just skips past his man. Look at the space here. That has been slung wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Rashford. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rashford. Now it's Rashford. Shot, surely! They want to be quick to recover this. Aims beyond the defence. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That's a shade optimistic. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good alertness. Lee Kang in. He came in hard, very hard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pass is just off target. Taken back almost at once. Always goal side. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Referee has just said play on. Dani Olmo. No luck with that dink over the top. He's given the time to pick a pass. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you